Simo finally returned to his colony after a long adventure in the magic forest. He walked excitedly through the warm and crowded underground corridors. Worker ants rushed to bring food, soldiers stood guard, and baby ants ran around happily. However, something was strange. Usually, his best friend, Rena, was always the first to greet him. But this time, she was not there. Simo finally returned to his colony after a long adventure in the magic forest. He walked excitedly through the warm and crowded underground corridors. Worker ants rushed to bring food, soldiers stood guard, and baby ants ran around happily. However, something was strange. Usually, his best friend, Rena, was always the first to greet him. But this time, she was not there. Suddenly, a blue soldier ant approached Simo with a serious face. "Simo, where have you been? A lot has happened since you left. Now Rena is in the royal room with the queen. There was a big problem while you were gone." "What happened?" "What happened to Rena?" said Simo, while with a face full of anxiety. Simo's heart was pounding. Without wasting time, he ran towards the royal room. "Hi, Simo, where have you been?" said another ant. "Why do you run like lightning?" "Simo," said the old ant. "Sorry, all my friends," said Simo to his friends. With a hurried breath, Simo ignored his friends' replies. When Simo entered the room, he saw the queen ant sitting on a white leaf throne. His eyes could not hide his eyes. Rena stood in front of him with an angry expression, while on the other side stood Commander Varro, a dashing and dignified red ant. "What happened?" Simo asked, with his breath still panting. Rena turned her head quickly and was surprised, her eyes flashing angrily. "You still have the courage to ask, Simo." "What do you mean?" sighed Simo with a surprised expression. Rena approaching sharply. "Where have you been? Ha! When you left without saying goodbye, our colony was almost destroyed. There is a great threat from the black ant colony in the west. Varro came asking for help, and we must choose between allying with them or fighting them." Simo swallowed. I don't know. I just wanted to find the best story for my colony. I didn't know there was this much danger. Gia, the best story you say, wahahaha. Continued ordering Varro. "Come on." "Why are we thinking about that?" said Rena while conveying Simo's words and ordering Varro. But it's true," continued Simo in a convincing tone. "Enough, Simo," said Rena. Then Commander Varro, with his deep voice, spoke. "We need an immediate decision, Queen. The black ants are getting closer, and without preparation, we could all be wiped out. The Queen must decide whether we fight together or let them attack." Simo and Rena looked at the queen ant, who looked tired and burdened. "I understand the situation," said the queen wisely. "But I also know that we cannot decide without understanding this threat more deeply. The black ant army is unmatched. If we fight them, we will not be equal, even if we are united. We were waiting for you, Simo, but you left without a word. I searched the entire colony, even almost went to the magic forest myself to look for you." "Enough," Rena said, blaming everything that happened for an incident like this. "Will not solve the problem," said the queen ant. "Forgive me, Queen," said Rena while bowing her head. "I didn't know that my departure put us all in danger. I am truly sorry," said Simo to the queen while begging for forgiveness. "Keep your head up, Simo. There's no one to blame," added the queen to Simo. However, before the atmosphere could get any heavier, a loud bang was heard from outside. The black ant army began to move at the border of the colony. The soldiers immediately got ready, their eyes filled with tension. Varro growled, "We don't have time anymore. Queen, give the order." Simo thought quickly. Then, an idea came to his mind. Wait, before the war starts, we have to try something. All eyes were on him. The Golden Lake. Simo exclaimed, "I found that place in the Enchanted Forest. If we can bring the black ants there, maybe we can offer them something more valuable than war." The queen raised her eyebrows. The Golden Lake. What's so special about that place? Simo smiled hopefully. The water is sparkling like gold, and the plants around it can provide enough food for the entire colony. If we can show the black ants that place, maybe they won't attack. They can stay there instead of taking our territory. Rena looked doubtful. But how can we convince them? Varro sighed, then said, "I will lead the meeting. But if this fails, we must still fight." "Okay, let's hurry, before the war happens," said Commander Varro. "Okay," replied Simo and Rena. Then they rushed forward together to meet the black ant colony, and the blue and red ant colonies united to guard them. "Wait," said Simo in his loud voice. "Ha, who is that? How dare you stop us, woo-ha-ha-ha," said the black ant commander. Simo, Commander Varro, and also Rena came to the black ant colony to invite negotiations. "Who dares to stop me?" asked the black ant commander to the three of them. "I told you to stop," said Simo. "Ha, go back to the back, little ants, woo-ha-ha-ha. Don't forget to cover your ears tightly," said the black ant commander. "Sorry, the head of our colony. We came here to offer something," said Commander Varro. "Gee ha ha, how do you think we want to buy?" replied the black ant commander. Then Rena calmed down Commander Varro, who was already emotional. "Don't be reckless, Commander Varro," said Rena. "He didn't respond well to Rena," said Commander Varro. "Fight me if you don't like gee ha ha ha," said the ant commander. "Enough, everyone be quiet," said Simo. "What's wrong, little ant woo-ha-ha-ha?" replied the ant commander. "Why are you all disturbing us?" said Simo. "Rest inside, little ant." "This is not your place, woo-ha-ha-ha," said the black ant commander. "What are you all looking for here?" said Simo. "Woo-ha-ha-ha, we want to seize this territory," said the black ant commander. "Wait, how about I tell you a better place than this? There is a golden lake, food, and a comfortable place to live," said Simo. "Ha ha ha, you're dreaming, little ant. Where is that here?" said the black ant. "Yes, I've seen the place. But not here, if you all believe me. I'll show you the way," said Simo loudly and bravely. "Ha ha ha, your story is quite interesting, little ant. But if you trick us, we will flatten everything here, woo-ha-ha," said the black ant commander while staring sadistically at Simo. "Okay, I'll take you there," replied Simo confidently. Then after the negotiation was successful, Simo, Rena, and also Commander Varro rushed back and met the queen to ask permission to deliver the black ant colony. "How was the result, Simo?" said the queen. "We managed to convince them, Queen," replied Simo. True Queen Simo is very mature when she was humiliated, made embarrassed but remained calm, added Commander Varro. "Good then, you should hurry to deliver them," said the queen. "I ask the queen's permission to come along to deliver them," added Rena. "But Rena," replied Simo. "What? Do you want to go without me again?" said Rena in a firm tone. "Okay, be careful on the way. Don't make the black ant colony angry," said the queen wisely. "Okay then, Simo, Rena, we take them there," said Commander Varro. Replied Simo and Rena by nodding their heads. The queen ant finally nodded. "Okay, we'll try this. Simo, Rena, and your Varro commander will guide the journey." Simo looked at Rena carefully. "Will you accompany me?" Rena stared at him for a long time before finally sighing and smiling slightly. Okay, but after this, don't leave without saying goodbye again. Simo smiled in relief. I promise. With that, a new journey began this time. Not just for Simo, Rena, and the Varro commander, but also for the sake of peace among the ant colony. And their destination was the golden lake that awaited in the distance.